First is welcome all of you. And now I would also wish to congratulate all of you. For those of you who have been admitted, all of you have been admitted in the School of Engineering to do video degree programs. So firstly, I would want to congratulate you sincerely because you have done well. For you to have been admitted in this college, you have done very well. That is for sure. Because normally you might get a student to get admitted to this college and to do the degree program in which you are going to have been registered to do or admitted to do. Now, the essence of the orientation week, for all of you who started on Monday and registering the various programs of this week, it is to really give you orientation rather to focus for the university life and education for that matter. Therefore, my purpose here, what I'll do, I will not give a talk as per se, but I'll give you some advice, tell you some expectations, explain to you about the university and what you would expect of you also. And likely what you're going to expect from the people on this other side. As the people are being introduced to what they had, they are mainly the officials of the university, of the college. You have the principal who is talking to you. Then you have the deans, which deans the directors, which have been introduced to you, and the chairman of the department who have been introduced to you. Then you have to introduce other officials, like the BASA, assistant students. There are also other people like somebody from medical health services, somebody else from games. All these people have various roles that they play in the university, and they'll give you some advice of how you should spend the rest of your life in the university. Next, at least for all of you, 5 years minimum. Right? Now, why we want to talk to you is because so far so good. We have done well. We have come to the university, we have got good grades have come. We have A's, mathematics, physics, chemistry, basically most of you are A's. But we would also want to tell you now that when you come to the university, the way you study at the university is very different from the way you study in the secondary schools or in high schools. Right? The expectation in high schools mainly you have a program where most of you, most of you who came from these schools, most of you are from secondary school, who are boarding school, there is a time program. You will follow a certain structure. You will follow the school regulations. There's a time to wake up for breakfast. If you maybe some time before you go for breakfast, you go for morning walk, or prayer, or morning walk, depending on the school's regulations or the school programs. And then you go to class. The bell is rang, you go to class, then you go to assembly. You go to class. After that, you go for tea. Then lunch, evening, and all that. The weekends are also programmed and controlled by the school regulations. All that has now basically is of no existence, does not apply to you now anymore. You are assumed to be a mature person. You are assumed to be responsible. And that's why you see as you are dressed, you are just dressed like myself. Right? You just have your home clothes. That tells you, okay, this life is a bit different. The fact that that life is a bit different does not mean also it actually is very sweet as well. It could be very sweet, but nonetheless there are also other challenges that you go into it. Because nobody is going to be to tell you this is the problem. Like for example, you can see the time you are coming. You knew the talk was about at 9 of your program, and you are somehow you are coming at 40 minutes after. That tells you, of course, you have understood that you are no longer in high school. That's fine. Okay? But it has a cost at some point. If you continue like that, there will be a cost in the end, which is not very nice. So, at the university, of course, nobody is going to tell you, wake up, go do this, go do that. We expect you to be responsible enough of yourself. When you get a timetable, it says there is a lecture at this point per time, it is up to yourself to organize yourself individually. You go to call your friend, that's up to you. At the university also, when you study, it will not be like the high school. The lecturers, when it comes to start talking to you, they will give you materials. They expect you here at the university, we don't expect you to just start memorizing things. You must start thinking critically, to analyze things critically. So by the time we make you what you're supposed to be, if you are basically for mechanical, all of basically electromechanical, civil, and environmental, you're supposed to make you engineers of various disciplines. We expect you now to be somebody who can think critically, right? You can solve the problem critically. And that's why you are left, basically, to think individually, because you are not going to be to pass as a group. You pass or fail as an individual. So what I'm telling you is that so from now on, you have to manage your own time, right? And the biggest way you have to manage this time. As from next week, of course, lectures will start. But I know the chairman that needs to talk to you after now, after I finish my talk, and we emphasize some of those key activities. Right? I started by saying that, but I'll come later on and tell you about the university where you link up the rest of the university. But I want first to talk about your expectation, or expectation of you in the university. So we expect you as students to be able to go through the whole program. A semester in the university has 13 weeks. The first week you're not counting. This week you can relax. Don't worry very much. This is the orientation week. But it's good that you follow the various activities because you will have to come to know now where is the lecture hall. This is a meeting that you must have all these things. You must know where now is the library, where now is the bazaar's office, where now is all that. Right? So you must come to orient yourself. Where is this Nairobi City? Where can I go for this? Where can I go for that? Which area should I not venture? Those are the things that you're supposed to know this week, or to do this week. For those of you who have come from within Nairobi, probably know all the city, that's fine. Those of you who have not come from within Nairobi, then, of course, there is a challenge that you must have to understand the city in which the University of Nairobi is located. So, a semester has 13 weeks, which is 13 weeks for studying, 13 weeks for studying, and 2 weeks for exams, so 15 in total. This week is not counting, so don't start panicking. This week's orientation, from Monday we start counting 1 to 15, but lectures will stop at 13th, then the other final 2 weeks are examinations. All right? After the exam, then of course depending on the schedule, you may have a small break of 2 weeks or not, then you continue another 15 weeks, again 13 for lectures and 2 for examination. Then that way you say you have finished an academic year. So in total, there are essentially 30 weeks in academic year. And there's a program you're supposed to follow within those 30 weeks. At the end of the year, then at the DRA, you're supposed to get now assessed and be told whether you proceed to next year of study, you will not proceed to next year of study. Right? Now, the content of the university material that you study are not hard. Those of you have the eyes, I won't believe. But it is you who will tell me whether they are hard. Now you can't tell. After some time, you tell us. But if you listen to the lecture as well as you give the lectures, and you follow the program well, because during the period of the studies, you'll be giving some coursework, assignments, some small examination, we call them cards, continuous assessment test to assess, it will give you guide what is expected of you. Then at the end of the year, the semester, you give a mini exam. Alright? But because they know most of you who come up with A's, the first mark of the university whose courses in engineering and also in CAI basically is 40%. That's a belief, isn't it? It's 40%, I mean, most of you have. A is usually how many marks? You don't aim much of 3. How many marks? It's 7 and above, isn't it? So 40 you can see your way down. Right? But before you start celebrating, you first go tasting, yeah? Because a number of you, even to get a 40, you will be trying to get that 40, yeah? I'm not just making you, but I'm just saying the truth so that you don't take, because in the past we have seen students, they take it like very easily. Because of that freedom I say, that you have that freedom to decide your own fate. They don't concentrate on their work. Then once they cut the end of the examination, what is the end of the examination? There's panic. What's the consequence of panic? They panic. Some of them deliberately can decide that they've gotten ill. Others will literally not even do examination because they are not ready. Right? And all those issues have consequences. Therefore, I'm trying to appeal to you, tell you that, of course, you shall have time to adjust and understand these lectures? How are they being conducted? What is our expectation? What kind of materials are we learning? But I'm telling you, please, from the word go, take your studies seriously. From next week, when the lectures are going on, please make sure that you attend the lectures. The university also has a regulation that says, for you to do an examination or any course, you must attend at least, you normally say 2/3 of lecture. But that does not mean you miss 1/3. It is for the student. That is meant for a student who has special circumstances. For example, maybe you can go and you can come and work, right? And you miss, say, a certain amount of lectures, right? Quantity of lectures. Say, and what the university says, for you to be able to do an exam, you must have covered 2/3 of the content. But essentially, attendance of lectures is compulsory. But that is for management purposes, for somebody who has issues. Maybe you don't have fees, maybe you lost a relative, right? And you lost some time. And if you have attended some lectures, we cannot be very unfair to tell you, please, don't do exam because you missed 2 weeks. University is very fair, democratic, and say, okay, let's do assessment and say, anybody who will attend 2/3 will do an exam. Right? I hope you understand the 2,000 where it's coming from. It's not coming to exempt you from classes. It's coming for somebody who has a special needs. Right? Was not able to come because of the reason. For example, maybe some of the students join these programs and they are elsewhere. Right? So by the time they join, some weeks have passed. Right? So we cannot cut them off and tell them we cannot do an exam. So that's why we allow the 2/3. If any movement must be completed with the first 1/3, so that the 2/3 is covered. Okay? That is something I want you to pay attention to. So as I say, lectures are compulsory. Lectures, when they start, lecturers may give notes or may not. You know that? You are expected yourself to be ready. I can see most of you just came in early. Right now, nobody is taking notes. This is a university. You don't expect that you give you like the high school, you write now. No. You carry your own writing materials, you write information that you think is important. Even lectures will be the same. The lecturers may or may not give you handouts. We come talk, the way I'm talking, then you expect to pick notes as I'm talking. Right? So that is the difference between the high school and the university. We are supposed not to be teachers, we are lecturers, yeah? We lecture, we give you lecture, we talk. Then you pick chaff from the wheat. Of course, most of the time we are talking wheat, not chaff. Okay? So you pick quite a bit of what they're saying, if it's some topic. Of course, they'll write also maybe on the blackboard or maybe in somewhere they will give some right. Not necessarily, they might say that to talk. So it's up to listen when they are talking and pick notes and go and revise it alone at your free time. Yeah? Engineering, but basically engineering basically courses in school of engineering are demanding. And it's not that we don't say that before. At least they are demanding. Right? Because difficult is they are demanding. Okay? They are 5-year program, so you'll be in the university for 5 years. As minimum, that is the minimum. We have seen students studying at about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. But usually 10 is maximum. So the university also allows, the rules allows you, the regression examinations also are not university-wide. They belong to the schools. So the schools, the regression examinations are such that you can do 1 year, you can fill this program within 10 years maximum. 5 years minimum, 10 years maximum. That means you go to good in assessment, I'm sure you have seen. See, therefore you can do it each year. Each year how many? Each year how many years? First year you can do it how many years? Right? And second year you do 2 more years. Or maybe you might do first year how many years? 4. If you do first year 4 years, then you are dealing with how many years balance? 6. Right? Oh no? And what I'm telling you is not unusual. We even have students by the time of their first 10 years, they come with these stories. Oh, there was this problem, I was sick, I had depression, I was taking this, I was taking that, My parents did this, did that. Can you give me one more here? Right? All what I'm telling you is not myth, it's facts. Okay? It is true. It is true. And therefore what I'm trying to tell you is we don't want you to get a lot of issues. Focus from the word go and you'll be alright. Yeah? Majority of the students of course manage it. Okay? They pass well, they finish, they go home. Okay? I'll give you this example for you as crucial. When I started talking, I said in the first years of School of the Peer Environment, I will not come because the student limited the cost cut of the practice last year in December when they are doing exams. And then to close the course, they made a lot of noise and wanted to lie out. They said, of course, the constitution allows them to lie out because we want to lie out, we can lie out, that's up to. But of course, we also have our own rights in this outside. I want to explain, I want to tell you that why they rioted. Right? As a summary of why I'm telling you to take the study seriously. Okay? That problem arose from the School of Engineering, in the Department of Mechanical Engineering. A student who is now late, finally including himself, so starting from the worst, so that you can pick it from the beginning. During that examination time, so I told you they are doing exams, right? The week of when we are celebrating the 50th year, is it called Masujadi? Is it called Masujadi? Not Masujadi. The 20th is the of the supposed to be a bully. Right? That week, the Wednesday of that week, a student of mechanical engineering was caught with materials that carried to the exam to cheat. They use them to cheat. They call it Wakenya. You don't know those things, like you buy next week. You will be told by the other student you are already there. So this student carried those materials to do the exam. So when he carried those materials to the exam, of course, he was hot. The materials were constipated. So, of course, he realized now his fate is sealed. Because once you catch those materials, obviously, there is a very long process to go through. You go through what we call a disciplinary process. And quite often we normally expel you. Right? Either cheating through those notes, through exchange of books. You will learn all those tweets, how they cheat. It's not really telling. But you will catch it. When you are caught, that's it. So when the student was caught, the materials were constipated. That was on Wednesday. He realized the events that last day was a holiday, and Friday was also a holiday. On Friday night, at 2 a.m., he sneaked. The Department of Mechanical Engineering is on the left hand side here, on my right hand side, my left hand side, on I think, 4th floor, or 3rd floor. You'll find out, the chairman's that floor. The student attempted to go and burn that office so that the evidence that was caught cheating is banned. Are you seeing how the extent this student is going to destroy the evidence because of the seriousness of cheating, of not standing properly, he just wants to cheat? Okay? Are you getting that seriously? So this person had made some petrol bombs. I don't know how they make petrol bombs. There are some petrol bombs. They wanted to throw them into the office to burn. So he succeeded in throwing the first can. When we were going to throw the second can, unfortunately he was going to remove the window pane. It fell off and knocked the ground and made some noise. So the security of the university had that noise. And then started coming with direction. So the guy had to come, so he started running out. So they met as he was running out. So he was told to stop, he refused to stop. So he was moved to one central police station. Then there was, of course, a noise. Then he was apprehended and put in the cells. Right? The rest we had is that the fellow had done what? He's dead. He committed suicide in the cells. Because of the student fraternity, when they had that, then they congregated and said, oh, now the police have killed the student. Right? And listen, the way I tell you that chronology of events, he was got cheating, he wanted to burn the office, now he is dead. That short, within a very short time, all those from Wednesday to Friday, that was now all that part of the result. So I am warning you as students to keep off some of those behaviors and activities that can be done for all, right? So anyway, that's enough for academic work. You hear more from your chairman, the director, and chairman, and the lecturers when they talk to you about academic work. But what I'm trying to say is keep off trouble. Just follow the program, drop it. Now, again, the other thing I talked a bit about destruction, social life at the university, freedom, all that freedom. University also, Nairobi is unfortunately is located in the city. The city is just, the road city is just. So, and also our boundaries are very porous. They have also many challenges because there are criminals who hover around the university. They're in the city, they walk in and out. So it's a responsibility as you as students to keep off the trouble spots. You learn quite often that along the Black Road also, State House Road also, there is also outdoor insecurity. We have been made to know that a lot of our students also do practice those organisms. They are part of insecurity. So some of the students who rob other students within that where the student hostels are. Those who are first years, I'm telling you this, to take care of yourselves. As you learn the tricks, as you learn from the others, most of the area within, outside, and even within the university is insecure. Outside the university is more insecure. It is the responsibility to take care of yourselves socially. Money can be stolen, can be killed, can be hurt. Sometimes we are police, sometimes by thugs. So it is up to you to know who your friends. You must know your friends, you must know where you are going, who you are going with. Right? We have also had some students, they go to town, they go to drink, after the drinking, after 2 a.m., they come to the university back. In the process, they are attacked. In the process, they go and start doing funny things like stealing sockets to go and sell. We have seen all of it. And when we catch them, I am not giving you hypothetical. I am saying this because it's the truth. We take them to disciplinary, quite often we expel them. Okay? So please keep off these trouble spots. The city also is close, very easy, near to a lot of other problems. The university as well. Drugs problem. Okay? Drugs problem is a big problem. I understand within the university. Margaret Lumena, that's the little students who give you those stories in their subsequently. Because her role is very important in your life, outside academic work. The drugs problem is also a lot within and outside the university. We have go to the process of the city. The students that have become the conduit or of those drugs. Keep off some of those things. We have been also told that the students when they come here, particularly the student of KAI, College of Engineering, they have high propensity of taking drugs. I don't know whether it is true or not. There is those rumors. Right? Some argue it's because the causes are very hard. And I don't want to believe so. I went to this university many years ago, and I didn't know what drugs are. The drug that I took, because I took some, was only cigarettes. Which finally I quit, because I also thought it was a waste of time. Yeah, I thought it was a waste of time. That's the drugs I was taking as a cigarette. Of course, I used to drink quite a bit. But I also quit because I realized at some point it's not adding much value. I am not telling you, of course, go and start somebody to stop smoking or drinking. All those things we do them moderate. Yeah? Knowing what you are doing. But I don't expect any of you to be drinking and smoking. Surely you don't even have money to do that. Unless you only smoke and drink your parents' money, which is not right. You're supposed to use that money to go to parents to buy books and all that. So my appeal to you is be very cautious of what you are doing. Be very cautious of your friends. Particularly the ladies, and I'm happy that I can see quite a good percentage of too many of ladies, because this college also we have usually normally very few ladies. And we want to encourage the girl child to come to this college and do courses of this the program of this college, like engineering, architecture, and all. Right? Because they are the programs that will ultimately will help this country to develop. They are the world big professionals that in the future will drive this economy forward. Will make the economy a middle income economy or a first world economy. Right? Because we are basically using the infrastructure, both in infrastructure areas and also in the manufacturing, housing, all that, roads, electricity, industry. It is basically within this college. So we want to make you a professional in your own right, and you are in the right college. So you should be proud. When I have said all those negative things, I also say you must also know you can make it. All these people you see, these are scientific improvements, most of them have been doing this in the past. They are okay, we are not going to see them look healthy. Yeah. They are happy, they are profit. They are. So you have good role models you can copy from. You cannot claim that you don't have a role model. You have role models. Okay? Now, again, you must also not just study. You want to be a student who is active in many things. We don't want to, we also encouraging you to belong to student organizations. There are many. Also, those who want to make noise and complain about this success in the society, we encourage you to do so. Yes, constructively though. Not starting throwing stones and saying now, so many people's cars are out just because, you are not happy. We were expecting to be rational. Rational by saying, okay, this is not good, and argue logically. Put your point across, not necessarily hurting somebody else. Yeah. So we encourage you to do those. Because don't want just to make you a book. We want to make you a future Kenyan who is all out intelligent, right? Okay. Constructive, make this country a better country in the future.